day in the pub, Seb and Verity were socialising with hilarity.
They knew there and then that their options were vast. They bought some equipment and made a podcast.
What do you think you are doing, you twits? It's cliched and obvious, you know.
If this doesn't work well, then we'll call it quits.
But right now, just listen to our show. It's called Three in a Bar.
We'll talk to musicians about their lives so far.
Three in a bar. We hope that you like it, okay? Hooray! Hello.
Oh, hello!
My name is Seb Philpott.
And I'm Verity Simmons, and
This is
Three in a Bar.
Three in a Bar. Yeah.
Smooth.
It is. Well, thank you very much for tuning in this week. We've got quite exciting guest for you, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. I'm searching around. Who is it? It's Kat Parker.
Oh, hello, Kat. Thanks for being a guest on the podcast. Now, we did this one back in, I want to say January.
It was January. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
January.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
It really does, yeah. And it's quite interesting. We listened back to this one when we were editing it, and it's got a slightly different tone to it, hasn't it?
It really has, yeah. We went
why
along.
is that?
Well, why? I remember it was in the early stages of us recording these, and I think we just thought, let's go and have a nice chat with Kat. So it very much feels like catching up with a mate around the table, doesn't it?
Yeah. We didn't really know what this podcast was going to be. And I think it's kind of become what it is. Certainly sort of focused on music and people's kind of process or their musical life, their history, that kind of stuff. But at the time when we did Cats, we didn't really talk about music. We sort of talked about her life outside of music.
Yeah, because she's very interesting in many ways. And yoga also plays a big part in her life. She's actually a trained yoga teacher. And she was talking about the prospect of starting a yoga retreat. We haven't even said, have we, that Kat is a violinist.
Who is she? She's a violinist.
She is a violinist, and an excellent one at that.
She is an excellent one, yeah.
She does all kinds of things. She tours with bands. She sings BVs for bands as well, backing vocals. She
plays with elbow.
Yeah.
And she plays with other people.
Yeah. She did. We did a Vita with her, didn't we, last year?
Do we have a biography of her? I'll look. Hang on. Kat Parker, violin. Discogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Musician sparks outrage after sending ill-judged tweet.
Kat Parker?
This is on the Daily Mail.
Oh.
I've clicked on the Daily Mail. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Who is it?
No, this is not Kat Parker. This is someone else.
Oh, thank God.
This is an awful thing. Oh my God, get off of that website. That is the worst. Do not go on the Daily Mail website while recording an intro. That's weird. That comes up when you type a name. Anyway, Catriona Parker, to give her full name. I'm just looking up on her Discogs thing to see what she's done. She clearly just doesn't want to bang on about all the great things she's done, but she's played with Dexys. Oh, nice. She's played with Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Yeah.
She's played with Pete Tong.
Yeah, that's like the heritage stuff. Yeah.
Pixie Lott. People used to say I look like Pixie Lott. Just facially, I think. The Cinematic Orchestra. She's done lots of stuff, but she plays with. She tours with Elbow. Yeah, and that's what she sort of briefly mentions that on this. But we didn't really talk about any music stuff.
No,
we talked about a bit about yoga. Talked about living in France. She's kind of lived on and off there over the years. I think she would really love to sort of end up there at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got big ideas, hasn't she, about opening something out there? Yeah.
Yeah. And just to kind of set the scene, at the time she was living with Rick Ashton and Laura Melhuish, and all their many children.
Yeah.
And one of their children, Millie Ashton, who's a great violinist as well. She was there making a fish finger sandwich as we began the conversation, and we were chatting all about, for some reason, Dolly Alderton and Dawn O'Porter.
That's right. Yes.
Millie's a fan of those, and I think we were talking about Dawn O'Porter's recent episode of Adam Buxton's podcast.
Oh yes.
And so we do reference that early on, so that kind of sets the scene. There's a lot of caveats I feel we've given for this this episode.
There's so many. I think we're going to have to let you sit through it.
Yeah, it's weird to hear back an episode where we're actually all in the same room, which is kind of the idea of the whole thing, isn't it? That's why we called it 3 in a Bar. But with 3 of us, 4 actually at the beginning, but 3 of us in a kitchen, and just imagine that you're sat there with us as we chat all about all kinds of stuff.
That's
not
right.
really music, but hey, look, it's a week away from music, guys. Just settle into it.
Yeah, come on.
Come on. So let's go. We're going to go now to a kitchen in East Dulwich as we chat to Kat Parker. It works best if you talk right into the old mic.
If you're singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine you're doing your BVs.
Imagine we're on Band-Aid.
If you were on
All they
Band-Aid.
want for Christmas is you.
That's so not the song, is it?
All they want for Christmas
Do they know it's Christmas?
is you.
If you've done Band-Aid, which line would you have gone for? Because what's his name? Bono, he wanted that line, didn't he?
It's Christmas.
That's from Slade.
Oh, crap!
It's Christmas. That's my favourite bit.
It's Christmas.
Amazing.
Noddy Holder just didn't understand. He's like, they'll know it's Christmas if I just shout "It's Christmas"
Yeah,
at
exactly.
them.
Let's just tell it to them straight, and then they'll get a hang of it. I should put this.
Everyone always says the best line is it the Bono one?
Yeah,
Tonight, thank God it's them instead of you.
Yeah, because he said, "I'll do
That's
the
how
second
I feel
one."
every day.
It's an awful line. It's a very awful sentiment.
Well, the entire song is a bit kind of
It is, isn't it?
awkward.
Because he said he wouldn't do the second one unless he got that line back again or something, apparently. Or
classic Bono.
Dick. What a dick. Yeah.
Dolly
Happy New Year.
Alderton, no.
Well,
No, Dawn O'Porter.
yeah.
She on the podcast she was talking about how she goes to work and she rents an office space because she writes novels now. That's like and she puts on something like whale noise or ocean sounds in headphones.
Yeah.
And just types from like 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. every day.
Good for her.
Yeah,
being so
right.
Very
proactive.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Have you read any of her stuff though? Like, does anyone
I'm actually reading her new book.
Oh, are you? Good.
I've read 2 chapters.
Do you pick up whale noise in it?
All the time.
Especially the click. Is it, that...
It's a general poem of Wales.
So 2 for the price of 1 for the day then. You two.
Fish fingers.
Oh, of course, yeah. What are you, Millie? You've come back down to do some teaching, right?
Oh, actually, I was supposed to be babysitting. Well, I was last night.
Yeah.
And Mum wasn't at work.
Ah,
So I
bonus.
And then I was teaching today, yeah.
Very nice.
I'm going again soon.
Are you going back to teach again?
No.
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 You just couldn't get enough of it.
Honestly, I've said to them, look, I'm going to go home for a couple of hours and really just get some energy in there. What are you going to do? Is you're going to stay after school? I'm going to do all of that again.
Yeah.
I want it by memory by 4 o'clock.
Better now.
You put your headphones on.
Yeah, because I don't feel right without them. I saw you put yours on. I put mine back on.
I just wanted to check Millie's levels and.
I put mine on because I feel more comfortable with them. I feel like I'm in a nice womb.
You can put
I
some
know
of these
what you
on
mean.
for-
Yeah, go on, just try. See what you
Dawn
think.
Porter also listens to Whale.
Why are we obsessed with Dawn Porter?
You brought her up.
I didn't bring her
Oh,
up.
sorry.
Yeah.
She listens to it when she goes to sleep as well.
Does she?
I tried this the other day, actually. I tried to put on... have you listened to any... Is it called binaural sort of tones you can get on YouTube? And it's like 2 pitches and they create like kind of beats and makes your brain kind of feel weird, like a sort of...
Is that for going to sleep?
Yeah, I don't know. But there's different settings you can have, and it's you put it on, it's good for like memorizing stuff, or good for working, or good for trying to get to sleep.
Yeah.
So I put some stuff on, and I guess I dozed off, but I woke up about an hour later feeling weird, and then just
Really
set
upset.
off an awful night's sleep. Basically.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I'm sticking
no.
with good old silence.
Yeah,
Not books.
My sleep.
I used to put on, because our children wouldn't sleep, like neither of them slept, I used to put on extreme white noise for them, and it like the ones which were really like sounded awful. I was like that really worked.
Yeah.
Well, I
Go
know
to
someone-
sleep to
I
that.
remember going to a music festival and somebody was sharing a room with somebody that had to have that white noise
Oh right.
machine on.
Oh God.
Yeah, which is fairly annoying if you
Yeah.
don't want the white noise machine.
They just bring a Henry the Hoover around with them. So yeah, sorry, it's 10 o'clock. I'll turn him on.
Just if you could hoover around my bed, and then I'll be off to sleep.
Yeah.
And it'll be clean.
Night.
No. Yeah.
And are your plans still afoot to maybe set up this yoga retreat that you were talking about last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, not for a long time.
Yeah.
So there's lots of things that have to happen before, in order to make that
To get to
happen.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But it would be in France.
Excellent.
You'd have to make the journey, I'm afraid.
Yeah, where's it going to be?
Well, there's this amazing. So me and some friends stayed in this. So there's a really famous restaurant in Paris called Septime. So it's in the like 50 best restaurants in the world list, whatever. And they have a place in the country. So there's a beautiful kind of forest bit called La Perche. It's about 2 hours from Paris, and they have this lovely like little hotel, and it has a restaurant, and it's amazing. It's not horribly expensive. It's just like really good. They grow most of their food, just really good food, like simple but done exquisitely well.
Yeah.
And so when we were there, we went to some other towns and looked around, and we looked in estate agent windows, and we were like, holy moly, you can buy a lot here. And it's so cheap.
Oh.
It's just I think because maybe only kind of French people really know about it. So the Brits have not descended.
Yes.
Is it quite near Paris then? Is it?
So it's like it was like a 2-hour drive. So technically
Which
it's
way?
in Normandy.
Oh, okay.
Kind of southwest, but it's lovely. It's just quite unspoilt and nice.
Yeah. It's always, because my parents always wanted to move to France at some point. They did look actually about maybe a year or so ago at Normandy, and you can get so much for your money there.
Yeah.
But how does that work with sort of Brexit and that sort of stuff?
Well, I don't know.
Are you French?
Nobody knows. No.
No. I just thought for a second, maybe she's been French this whole time.
Because I sound so French.
Exactly.
You're French.
You're on to me.
You said like 3 French words there, and so I thought, well...
I was really trying to say them very well.
Well, a lot of this buying property in France is about, from what I've heard, you've got to go and charm the mayor, you know, in certain ways.
Well, whatever way you can, you know.
I think more like brown envelope. Sort of
Brown envelope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well do what you do best.
Nothing that seedy.
And chummy the mayor.
Just make him some cakes or something.
Yeah, sourdough loaf.
Yeah, take his
well
dog
done.
for a walk and give him a yoga lesson.
Perfect.
Because it's just so popular in the rural areas of France.
So you're going to buy a property.
Yeah, like a bit of a wreck.
Yeah.
And then invite everyone over.
Yeah.
to do it up.
Yes.
And then, so kind of start small.
Yeah. Yoga and food?
Yes. So it won't be like a quinoa yoga retreat. Basically, what I'd love to do is just have it be a bit of a haven. So if anyone's like, hey, do you want to come over for the weekend? Because I wouldn't be doing it all the time, because hopefully I still have some other work. And but just kind of come out and then just do a little kind of, just come and like chill out for 3 days or whatever.
Yeah, sounds
like,
brilliant.
To be like the go-to place for everyone to think, oh, I've got 3 days off. Oh, I'll do a bit of yoga, have some lovely food.
Yeah, for £10,000. I'm just in it for the money.
Yeah. Luring people over with one free stay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Stay another night. Oh, the first night's only £50. Second night, 1,000.
Yeah.
No, but yes, to just do it and just use what I have used yoga for in my life to do with, for like musicians, performers, and just kind of got me through sticky situations. Which sounds really wanky.
No, not at all. When did you start doing it though? Is it something of recent?
No, like a really long time ago. I think I didn't. This sounds really bad. This is so shallow. But I had a Jerry Halliwell yoga video, because when she suddenly
I thought you meant you were in it.
No. But when she suddenly got like a ridiculously amazing body.
Yeah, like solo Jerry.
Blonde
hair.
Yeah, where she did the look at me.
Yeah.
And suddenly she had like a 6-pack and a amazing figure.
Yeah.
Obviously all figures are amazing. But and she did this yoga video, and it was all basically because she'd done yoga. And I was like, right, I've eaten so much McDonald's whilst at music college, so I'm going to become a yogi and blah, blah, blah. But then it kind of, it's been very kind of on and off and on and off. And then I did but that was probably about 30. Hang on, when that?
Probably about 20 years ago.
Shut up.
Isn't it? When she went solo.
God,
oh my God!
Really sadly, yes. Have I gone very pale?
There's a tear forming in the eye.
When did I leave school? Oh yeah, shit. It's yeah.
It's been about 2000.
Okay, so 20 years ago.
Yeah.
What? That's mad.
Great.
I think it's even longer than that.
No, I know when I left school. Oh no. Yeah, so 20 years ago I started my yoga journey, and then so then I kind of did bits and pieces, and then I was living in North London, so I started going to Try Yoga, which is quite a big studio in London, and then just kind of, and have done did so many different styles, this thing, that thing, kind of teachers liked this one, didn't like that one, and then just came a bit overwhelmed with all the kind of different information you kind of had going on. So then I decided to do teacher training, but just in a month, because I couldn't really commit to doing anything else. So in demand, and but just to kind of consolidate everything, not necessarily to teach. I loved it. It was so good. And I'd been on a yoga retreat with the teacher that I then did my training with in Thailand.
Oh God, that sounds amazing. No.
It just so happened to be in Thailand, and I did that, and it was amazing. And then it's just been really so since then I kind of then came back, and then I went on an incredibly long tour with a singer, and and kind of fell off the yoga wagon a bit and jumped on the rosé wagon. And then kind of finished that, and then just kind of came back. But it's always been something I've gone back to, and that thing where I don't know, it's like a little cocoon that you can climb into and be like, it's all nice here, because it is all about, it isn't actually about getting a body, like whatever, or, you just learn so much, and all the kind of philosophy behind it, the actual physical yoga, blah, 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 is a tiny part of it.
Yeah.
So basically it's about trying to be a nice person, which you probably know that quite often I'm not. But
keep going.
Pinocchio here.
I did a bit in the summer in the park.
Yeah.
In Mayo Park. This girl Charlotte started running these classes, but she was going to try and do it all year round, but there's no doing it in the park at the moment. It was
a bit soggy,
very muddy, but it seems to be like it's sort of getting to know your body, what it was for me, and just seeing like it's feeling like the what you can do with your body and how it feels, and really thinking about that.
Yeah,
and that's I don't know. And also, I would have these intense like memories would come to me from like school, or I don't know what it was, and especially doing a lot of hip stuff that can bring out memories, right?
Or like anger, frustration, because you can get really kind of.
It was so weird, and I really almost started crying. Doing it. It was like the first time I'd done it, and actually it was the first time I really enjoyed it, and the next week. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just reminded me of something from being at school, being a bit rubbish at football, or I think there was someone playing football in the park. So I was just looking at that, and it would just bring out these. I don't know. But is that to me? Am I? You've got it. Am I in it? Is that good?
Yeah, we've got it.
That's it. Right. Yeah. And that's a good thing to do.
Well, yeah, because
you're facing up to.
Well, yeah, and then I guess you've kind of dealt with it, and then you can move on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because the whole thing, like the kind of meditating and whatever, it's kind of not about everyone's like, I just need to not think about things. And it's kind of not that. It's just kind of letting it all just filter through and not being so bothered about it.
Yes.
Which I find amazing. So I used to get so kind of, or can do it, when you're not doing it, you get so het up by tiny little things and so annoyed. And when you, I don't know, when you've done a week yoga retreat and you kind of float back and you're just so like, oh, it's fine.
Oh, that's good.
Gosh, it sounds brilliant.
I really enjoy like the bit at the end when it's like just 10 minutes of lying down and just looking at.
Well, you've kind of done your hard work as well.
Yeah, so that's like, I just want to do that, but you have to do you got to eat your brown bread before you can have your white bread. Yeah. Is that right? Is that phrase?
It's an excellent phrase.
If you really want two courses of bread.
It's the Hovis tagline, I do believe.
Eat your brown bread before you have the mighty white bread. Before you have the lovely sourdough. Shove the horrible brown bread down your throat. But essentially that's what it's meant to be. So like the physical postures of doing yoga, blah, 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 is meant to then enable you to sit and meditate for hours and hours on end. Right. That's what it was there for originally. And now it's become this, because Tri Yoga, for instance, is just such a kind of corporate place now. And you go to these classes where you're like sardines, and and everyone lies in shavasana. They do their thing with their tiny little crop tops. We're all matching this. It cost £1,000, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then they kind of finish. And then I've seen people look at their Fitbit thing and then start doing like sit-ups.
No.
You've just completely... Or when you go to a class and nobody's breathing. I mean, they're obviously breathing because then they're not dead at the end, but... keel over. But the whole point is the breath.
Yeah.
And there are so like what you were saying about the hips.
Yeah.
So I was reading a book by this kind of quite well-known yoga teacher, and he was saying that you store grief in your lungs, which is why I started smoking when I was very young indeed. And he said it's quite common for people to start smoking when you're kind of 12, 13, because it's when you're at that kind of transitional stage of like leaving childhood, not really knowing how to kind of voice your, I don't know, thoughts and and I think certainly, and there's this kind of, so he does all these breathing exercises that are kind of where you really fill up your lungs, and it's so weird because quite often when you do them, it's just you cry, but it's not like you're kind of going, oh, I'm so sad about something in particular. It's just literally as if you're just kind of cleaning out your the grief.
Yeah.
The grief.
Well, sounds
it's so powerful.
No, it sounds amazing.
Depressing.
I think it sounds cleansing and brilliant.
It's kind of, and I think as I've experienced lots of grief lately, but sometimes I found, like, I remember I'd gone to like a market or something and I came back and I suddenly had this like, oh, my mum would have loved that, blah, blah, blah. And then had this kind of horrible wash of like grief, I guess, and really missing her, whatever. And then I saw my flatmate and was kind of like, hi. And then I was like, just gonna go and have a cigarette, and kind of went outside and kind of furiously, like, deeply breathed on and felt so much better. Yeah. Whereas actually what I should have done, I'm not being a very good yoga person, am I? And then I went out and had a cigarette.
You could have done exactly the same thing, but just without the cigarette.
Exactly.
Do some breathing.
Yeah, so I think a lot, but the kind of cigarette break thing is actually people just wanting to go and breathe deeply, but that would be deeply odd.
Maybe there is something about that with the cigarette. There's a meditative thing. And
well, totally. And a social thing, although not so much anymore.
Maybe, everyone's on their phones these days, aren't they? And
yeah, that's true.
And but the old days, it's sitting on your front step with a fag and a cup of tea.
Yeah.
That was probably like a little morning meditation for a lot of people.
Yeah, totally. Where you can like reflect on something. Yeah, no, you're right.
And so is it something you do by yourself? Do you always go to class, or is it something you can just do?
It kind of depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just do your own thing. But I found it really good when I'm touring that you can... I did a month in America and we went to some really funny classes. But it's quite funny to kind of go around the world and see what they do. And there are some brilliant people and some hilarious, LA was quite...
I bet that was hilarious, wasn't it? People watching in those classes. It was really amazing.
Everyone's going to be like their inner Jedi. And it was all done to like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And you were like, this really isn't very relaxed.
This is funky.
Okay. But no, it was good. And, meet some nice people along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Eats and things. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
I highly recommend it.
No, I'm actually sold on this.
Oh, great.
That is very good.
I'm going to start doing it.
I don't get any money for selling you.
Can I have a free night at your retreat? Will you give me a cut down on the £1,000 rate that you're going to charge?
I found like when I was doing the yoga that... I find it so hard to get off my phone. I'm sure like a lot of people are in that situation. But when you're in the yoga, I can easily be like, I definitely don't want to look at my phone now. And I find the same, like me and Verity, we both run, and you do a bit of running. So I've run with you before.
I totally bailed on the run. See you guys. Yeah, I'll see you back at the theatre. Yeah, bye.
But running, I don't like to be... I like to chat to people or listen to music or podcasts, but... It's a really nice time to get away from looking at my phone. And I always put on Do Not Disturb.
It's a bit sad, isn't it, that we have to do
I know. You have to trick yourself into...
God, I don't have to look at my phone.
Yeah.
I know.
So that's a good sort of place in my mind to get to. So I think it would be a good thing to start doing a bit of yoga again.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Because of the weather change, it stopped happening in the park. But I think actually it costs the same amount of money to do it in a studio with this girl Charlotte. It's like a tenner.
Yeah.
Tenner for an hour and a bit.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, I did go to a class just before Christmas, and I hadn't been to one like maybe ever before. And Rob said to me, just come along with me. It's easy. Honestly, you'll find it fine. It's just lovely. You'll love it. And I could not believe how stiff I am and how unflexible. She kept coming over and trying to manipulate me into what I should have been doing. And honestly, it was awful. I really wanted to. I'm not saying it. I mean, I would love to get back into it. I don't think this was the right class for me necessarily.
No, but that's the thing. And I think if you, because if you go to, I've been in classes before where they say, especially in France, they really, they're about 10 years behind, like Paris is kind of 10 years behind London in the sense of how popular yoga is, I guess. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So there are quite a lot of classes, and there's like a style of yoga called Jivamukti, which is actually, it starts off at quite an advanced level.
Oh, right.
You couldn't go as a beginner, but quite often in their classes, it just says open level. Yeah. And I've seen people there that they look horrified by the entire thing. And then it seems like there's this cool club that you have no idea how to kind of be in, because they just kind of carry on, obviously. Yeah. People are like floundering, just trying,
But that's what I was doing. I think that it reminded me of that feeling in school. If you feel a bit inadequate and you're like, I'm not in the cool club. So it just makes it worse. And there's obviously a certain part of my personality that's like, I'm prone to sort of feeling like that.
Yeah. But the hard thing is because, so obviously the best thing to do is to do like a beginner's course. Yeah. But for us, as ever, you can never commit to do like a Wednesday evening every week for 6 weeks. Like it just won't happen. You'll always have to miss something.
Yeah, exactly.
So that kind of thing in general is just annoying. Yeah. Kind of with teaching as well, because you're like, everyone's like, have you started teaching? You're like, well, no, because you'd be like, so I'm not going to be there next week, and then I'm going away for a month. Maybe we do it on Skype. But no, sorry. Do you know what I mean? You'd just be the most unreliable, which wouldn't, So,
shout out to my pupils there. Sorry.
But even it'd be good just to get a teacher and learn the basics, so then when you go into a class, you're not feeling completely, because it's incredibly easy to injure yourself. And there are lots of teachers that, like, I got really injured by someone pushing me into a pose that they shouldn't, they just pushed me in the wrong bit of my spine or whatever, and then it's kind of like ka-clunk, and then
oh God.
So it's kind of one of those, it's so lovely, but actually you can do yourself some damage. And
I think mine was a naivety of thinking, well, if Rob can do it, obviously I can. Proven wrong by that. He is obviously way more flexible than he looks, and I am more of a massive elephant than I'm
smug.
So smug. I'm so intrigued about your time in Paris, because I think I always try and ask you about this. So tell me more about when you were in Paris. When you went out there.
Yeah.
Is this okay that we're not on sketchy territory here? Did you go
there's a link.
Go on.
Because the reason I went there was because I was just, a bit of like ennui of being in London for 10 years, whatever. And I went for dinner with my friend, a friend that I'd made on a yoga retreat.
Oh. There we are.
And his boyfriend was living in the flat that I then took on. And so he knows the guy that owns it. So I just rented it off him.
Oh, great.
It was like, because his boyfriend was moving back, and then,
Yeah.
And I just really want to change. I want to go and like live in Paris or something. He was like, you can live in Paris. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, it's a no, blah, blah. And then,
But that's so good.
Fun.
It's so bold, because I've said it about a million things about going to live somewhere different. And honestly, talked about it before, having children. Since then, we said, maybe we'll go and live in Italy or do this or that. And got really far down the path about looking into jobs in Italy for a while and stuff. But not actually ever taking the plunge into it. So that is a bold move. That's great.
Do you mean
did
before you had children?
Yeah. And after, basically every month.
It'd be a bit difficult to move everyone to Italy.
I wasn't thinking about taking the rest of them. Oh, sorry. Very that's just me.
You could do like an exchange.
Well, send a mum from an Italian mother. I will now be replaced by Giovanna.
Quite weird, but I bet that happens in the world.
I imagine Rob would be delighted. It's all very works well for everyone. But that's great. Great you did it. And did you go out there with an eye to coming back, commuting for work, or did you think I'm going to set up?
Well, I think originally I thought I'm going to basically move to Paris and then I'm just going to live there forever and marry a really hot French guy. And so it didn't turn out that way. And also I could never, what I should have done is just kind of save money. So then when I got there, I could just go and, live a little and then go and try and get kind of build something up, but not have to come back for work. Whereas what did happen is then inevitably you just get offered things that actually you really want to do. So you're like, I'll go back and do that and I'll do that and blah blah blah. And then so it just became like but in a way my dad was very ill at the time when I moved, and so I was definitely running away. Just going to run away. And I don't know why I did it really. It's probably a bit mean, but I think it was
maybe very necessary then.
Well, but it was just I don't know. It was like, so everything in the UK was just kind of work. Obviously, lovely friends and family, but like real worry and stress because my dad was so ill, but he'd been ill for a very long time. And then it was just, whenever I'd go there, it's like I'd sit on the train and literally your shoulders would drop and you'd just be like, oh, God.
Yeah.
And my friends there, I kind of made some of my best friends, and none of them are musicians. Obviously, I love you guys, but it's really nice to have another. Yeah,
absolutely.
And it was just lovely for that. And basically, for quite a lot of it, I think I used to just go there, party quite hard, and then come back to London again. But also have days where you just kind of do yoga and eat really well, and it was just very kind of restorative, I guess. And,
what a fantastic thing to have somewhere away from and actually away from work and that's great. Yeah, so it totally served its purpose for that. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know why you do things really, but it just always felt
why do we do things?
Why do we do? But it always felt like that was the right thing to do. Yeah. When you kind of make those plans and it just sits right. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it hasn't ended. No. And that's why I'm thinking of, doing this kind of yoga trip. My mum lived in Paris for years and she absolutely adored France and kind of brought us up in a kind of very French style, I think. And so I find being there very comforting, quite homely. Yeah. And so I think I still want to hold on to that because it would kind of keep that memory alive for her. Because she loved, brilliant. In a way, she didn't want me to go because, she probably wanted me to live with her. But no. And so I think it was just a nice thing to kind of carry that on. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I was having a rehearsal recently and I had a little tea break. It's just me and the guy, and he speaks French. He loves France. He always speaks French with another guy who's in the orchestra on breaks. And they speak in French. So we got onto just talking about his kids, and then we talked about what A-levels I did, and I said, I did A-level French. He was like, oh, well, should we speak French?
God, please no.
I was like, oh yeah, but I only ever speak French. I did German AS level as well. And I never speak it unless
AS level. So young.
I know, right? What even is that?
It's like O levels. Did you do?
That's right, dear.
On a slate.
But I only ever speak German if I'm doing a gig in Germany, and and I'm a bit drunk, and
totally.
The vocab comes out when you're drunk, doesn't it?
Oh, German. See, I did like exchange, went to Germany.
Yeah.
And so sometimes drunken German, I'm like, I'm amazing at German. I'm probably not. I'm just talking out someone in something that sounds like German, but I think it's great. But same with French, I guess. But sometimes one of my friends does so she kind of has a character in her. So she goes into character.
Oh, brilliant.
Because the hardest thing about speaking languages is that you are not yourself. And especially in the way that we kind of speak.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to kind of state everything in a really kind of obvious way. And you are never funny.
Yeah, I always thought this when you had people in your year at college, and it's like the German guy. Yeah, it's like you don't really know him because he's just doing his like stuff from textbooks, and it'd be horrible to be in that situation.
I know, yeah.
But I had a great girl in my year who was Swedish, who was called the Cockney Swede because she'd learned. She was amazing. She'd learned with such a pronounced accent.
Oh, really?
Oh, she was fantastic, and she really.
She was.
Oh, hello there. All right, come round to kitchen.
No,
I mean, amazing.
Because her teacher must have been.
Yeah, I mean,
the apples and pears.
Yeah, she was obviously learning. So she's obviously a very clever girl, learning a lot from when she came over to London. Just picking up accent. It was amazing.
Well, they're all
Cockney Swede,
aren't they?
Yeah.
All the Scandies.
yeah.
God damn them.
They're good at everything.
I know.
And they don't even start school till they're 25, do they? So
yes.
Got such a great life.
Not bother. Why do we bother with school?
Apparently the trick, if you want to learn a language, is learn the vocab. Don't worry about any grammar.
Really?
Because
what, so
people
you just
know
go,
what you
chair,
mean. Yeah.
Under, table, under.
I think like learn,
So you talk like
nouns.
Kind of Yoda.
Yeah. Because you know what Yoda means.
No Yoda.
Yeah. Well, you understand what he's saying.
Right, that's true.
It doesn't matter if the word's a bit wrong or you've used you've subjugated the verb wrong.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's like my text speed these days because I don't check it well enough. Often I'll send messages that are Yoda form anyway in my own language.
When it's all the wrong way round.
Completely, yeah.
What am I talking about? Don't know. Okay, so just vocab.
Focus on some vocab.
Right. Yeah.
So like, pencil, protractor, all those sort of things.
If you were going to go back to school.
Set square.
All the essentials for living in France. Protractor, compass. I've got my pencil case sorted.
Bunsen burner.
Yeah. But also there's so many different ways of saying anything, aren't there? That it is just irritating to... Like when you just want to say, can I have a cup of tea, whatever.
Go on then, say that.
No.
You don't know it?
Je voudrais.
No, but they don't really say that. They would say like, je vais prendre, like I'm going, like they say take rather than have.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say, could I have? But they're generally all like, je prends, blah, blah, blah.
And little things as well, just little vocal tics by saying, I think they say like quand même a lot.
Oh, yeah, quand même.
Or something.
Like
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like.
Is
it?
Yeah. There's a good book that I bought when I first moved there that's called like Pardon My French, and it's all those kind of words that they use that are never in, classic how to learn French, but are actually really useful. But yeah.
The glue that holds together conversation.
So then you sound really fluent, and then they kind of like travel off into some amazing conversation, and you're like, oh God, I have no idea what. I was helping someone on a train recently, and she just didn't speak any French. Lovely lady who was wanting to know how to get somewhere in St Pancras, and and I could understand what she was saying, and then I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to talk now.
She didn't speak any French, did you say?
English.
English.
Ah.
We really struggled. Hello.
She went off into this complicated English. I was lost.
Yeah. lecture to Shakespearean English. I just couldn't make head nor tail of what she was saying. She just wanted to get to Abbey National or something. But, you know.
Changed to Santander in the 2000s, around the time Jerry Halliwell.
Oh my God.
Nicely made. Something like that. And there we go. Nice bow on that one.
Who are you on tour with? Elbows.
Oh, wicked.
Do you know?
My friend was like, never heard it. He's Austrian, to be fair. He was like, elbow. Elbow?
Elbow?
But no.
Because, Kat does BVs with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
How's that going? How's that going for you? No, but you're
days I'd like to see.
Throw those curtains wide. Like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just find it very difficult with BVs to remember the words. and not to sing something that rhymes with what I'm meant to be singing.
Yeah.
But it's fun because it's a real novelty. Like, basically, I think any of us could do it because you just have to sing in tune. You'd hope that we can sing in tune.
I'd like to prove you wrong on that one. Pretty sure nobody would have me with those. But it's the tone. We've discussed this before. I just think my tone is appalling.
Really?
Oh, I mean, it's bad enough speaking, but singing.
Oh, don't do yourself down.
I think you just have to commit and just embrace. Another great band. Embrace what you sound like.
They're quite.
They didn't really stick around, did they? Oh no, actually, they are still going.
Probably.
Are they?
Hobbling along.
They were playing at Ali Pali the other day when I went up to see Idols. They were in the other room. Embrace. But I never know what actual tone to sing because, like, you can go. I don't know if we've covered this before. You can go like, not nice, or you can go, like.
Is that nicer?
Or you go, I don't know. There's lots of different sounds, isn't it?
True.
Yeah.
I don't think I think you just.
Pretty.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
Yeah, is that just. It would have been such a different song.
One day I like to see you simmer for life.
I think they were like, can you just do a normal
just
voice?
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Just natural.
Just a normal voice. But whoever I'm with, they're always much better. So they do the high part.
Right.
Quite clearly.
How many are there in...
Low.
Is it a quartet in Elbow? String quartet?
No, it's just two violins.
Oh, right.
So I'm just stepping on it. We're just sharing. You
went off to some nice places, didn't you, before Christmas with them? Is that right? Were you somewhere?
Germany.
Okay.
Well, no, Germany's lovely.
That's the nicest place to be before Christmas.
Yeah.
True. Can't say I did see a market. I think it was before the market.
Oh, was it? Did you go to Hamburg?
Sometimes. You didn't tell me to bring my diary.
Oh, God's sake.
How am I meant to remember these things?
The pressure of it.
And did you go to on which date?
What are the... I hate those things. What was your this moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never can fish out that. Yeah, name your top
like
5, whatever.
Yeah. What's the big... Yeah, I hate those things.
What's the best gig you've ever done, Kat?
The gig with you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, yeah. That was a good gig.
It was a good one.
It was good fun. It was good fun.
Yeah. And so, what about the moment? What is January holding for you this joyous month?
Selling my organs to pay for my tax bill. If anyone's in need of a slightly wizened kidney, maybe.
I got my tax bill through just like 2 days before Christmas.
I can't believe we're talking about tax. I'm so sorry I brought it up. Yeah, go on.
Because I'd sent it off and then it took him a few weeks to, fine.
You did it before Christmas?
Yeah.
Wow, that's early.
But then he sent it through while I was just all chilled out at Christmas.
Opening your presents.
Not Christmas Day, but...
Can you imagine? Happy Christmas.
Wow.
It was like the 23rd, it's sort of early evening.
I bet they were doing the...
Oh, shit, I'll have a look. and it was like $3,500 more than I thought it was going to be, and I'd saved. So it was an awful
Christmas.
Christmas morning.
Just
I was having crisis talks with Charlotte, just going, okay, let me just, I haven't got enough money. I've got a little bit of debt. So all that money.
But it's fine, because you could have just taken all the presents from under the tree and sold everything.
Yeah.
I mean, like, weirdly, there are no presents.
Where's the tree gone?
left.
Yeah, I sold it for a fiver.
I am debt-free and guilt-free.
Yeah, it was a very bleak time.
Midwinter.
But actually, it miraculously, I've been very lucky the last couple of weeks. Some stuff has come in. It is so, and I forgot I bought a laptop last January and didn't put it on my thing because I did it on a credit card.
Well, your story is great.
That is a good story. It's a good end.
Yeah, it is a good end.
Very lucky. But,
I'm hoping for the same. How many days have we got until the 31st?
A good 15, is it?
I'm not sure.
I think is it 16th? No, I don't know. Anyway,
Wow.
don't
17th,
worry.
Selling all of my belongings.
14 days you've got.
14 days.
2 weeks.
It's going to be like Challenge Annika.
Yes.
I'm going to do a crowdfunder.
Yeah, you definitely.
Just, I don't know, write to the head of JP Morgan and be like, dear person, I don't know who you are, but I know you earn a lot of money. You wouldn't even miss it, but you'd make me really happy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, do a little concert.
Sound like a nice guy. If they're called JP, I think.
Hello, Mr. JP Morgan.
Hey, JP.
Yeah. Can I call you James? Jim?
It's John Paul, right? I'm a Catholic boy.
Jean-Paul Morgan.
He speaks French, of course.
Oh, God. If only, eh? Yeah. Anyway, we'll cobble it together somehow. Don't know who we are. Me.
You.
I will cobble it together.
Royal we.
Yeah.
Me and my violin.
Yeah.
We'll work something out.
Come on, violin.
Off we go.
Let's go and earn some money so we can eat.
There was Kat back in January. But hey, would you like to catch up with her, see what she's up to now, Verity?
Can we?
Okay, well, here we go. This is Kat. This was from mid-July, a few months on. Let's see what she's up to now.
And why do we have to record again?
It's an add-on. It's
an add-on.
Yeah, because
as in back in the day things were normal and now they're not at all. Yeah. Or this is normal, isn't it? Well, we should all be working together now, shouldn't we?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That would have been lovely. Maybe maybe it'll happen again. Who knows?
Yeah.
You never
know. I saw that they're doing Jesus Christ Superstar at the Open Air Theatre.
Yes.
A kind of concert version.
Yeah.
Are they?
And
with no singers?
No singers, no orchestra, no props, no audience.
You just have to go there and imagine it.
Yeah. Is it going to be one of those cardboard box things,
disco.
where you can put the cardboard through and move things? Oh, here he comes. Oh, take them out. Lovely. I hope so.
It's just a weirdo in Regent's Park with some finger puppets.
Or is it actually Jesus? Jesus, he's in Regent's Park. That would be good, wouldn't it?
That's the whole reason behind this whole pandemic, is just so that Jesus could put on a production of an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical.
So you sold your house and everything. This is quite amazing. Well done.
Amazing. It's quite... it's like I'm basically doing a whole kind of intensive alone therapy because I'm having to go through the entire house. And so I've been through like my whole childhood and and all my mum and dad's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it's quite mad. And to be honest, I kind of need to move on because it was fine being here, and now I'm a bit like, I feel like I'm turning into my mum because you're kind of walking around and then, I don't know, like doing normal, like the washing or whatever, and I kind of feel like, it's just a little bit odd.
Do you have Radio 4 on and watering the plants to Radio 4 in the morning? Yes, good, lovely.
Yeah, basically, yes. Oh, it's a bit odd. And like when I arrived, I had like a mission, and I was like a possessed person. I was like, I have to get it ready. You know, this is the perfect opportunity because I've got loads of time off and like blah, blah, blah. And so I just blitzed it, made it all kind of like uncluttered as possible. But now it's kind of like every cupboard and drawer and like anything is like Monica's cupboard. So it's just got loads of stuff. And it's like every single, like in the kitchen, every single like pot you open, there's something in it. Like there was a whole collection of sugar from around the world.
Oh, how lovely.
Like, why did you keep that? And just everything. There's so much kind of memories of everything everywhere. And it's just becoming a bit like, you know, when you finished it, you can't then leave like I was before.
Yeah.
And you're still here and you're a bit,
How long have you been there?
I'm like rocking on my chair. Actually going mad. I've been here probably like a month.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, but I have been out and about as well, and maybe seen some people.
Thank the Lord.
Socially distanced.
Well done. Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm cat of many bubbles. Like, yeah, we're in a bubble now. Oh, we're in a bubble. Yeah, I'm just Bubbles.
That's your new name. Yeah. Bubbles Parker.
To stay.
So are you looking at Rightmove? You're doing that? Is that what you're doing now?
Oh, yeah. I've planned about 15 different houses in my head, and then they've all kind of sold. And then, But I guess, I just have to, actually find somewhere and, be
that can be a bit of a,
Not everything.
So where are you gonna move then? Any ideas? England.
I think, which country? Well, there is the temptation to just buy somewhere in France that's somewhere a bit more south and sunny, but I think the novelty would wear off and then I might be extremely lonely and bored. And, but I'm planning on Somerset.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
Yeah. Frome? Maybe Frome?
Yeah.
Frome's nice.
I found a really nice house that's like a wreck.
Yeah.
And it's between Frome and Bath.
Oh, lovely.
And, so I've got some friends around there and it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And, so we'll see.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Bumpkin. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
It does.
Yeah. I'm either looking for The Archers or like a Jilly Cooper novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get a horse?
No, I'm not going to get a horse. A dog. No horse. Oh. Yeah, I can't afford a house that would fit a horse in it. Damn it. Otherwise, obviously.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Have you been getting the old violin out? Tinkling away?
I have actually.
Yeah.
I have practiced my violin.
Oh, well done.
Oh,
good. Well done. We can go now. That's fine.
That's it. That's the music
and
bit covered.
Finished. Bye bye. Yes. No, it's been quite nice to practice actually, and I found all my old music, so that was good because I was kind of wondering where it had all gone. Like all the stuff that I didn't have with me and all the stuff that you kind of did at college. So then you're like, I'm going to see if I can still play this.
Yes.
That's a great game, that one, isn't it? And also very upsetting.
Yeah. Some things you're like, oh, it's fine. Other things are like, how on earth did I play? Or how did I... It's more the kind of stamina thing.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're used to like playing for hours, but not kind of concertos. And you're kind of like, wow. Yeah. Anyway.
Playing for hours, but only for about 15 seconds at a time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe for you. Maybe for you, Seb. Maybe not for us.
Well, that would be a long
stringies.
phrase if I did that.
We just never stop playing. But, yeah. But it's kind of funny, isn't that?
Yeah. So have you been going through all old boxes of music, and have you seen like old programmes and things from when you were a kid and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Has it brought back lots of memories?
Yeah.
Stuff.
My mum literally kept everything. Absolutely everything. And also really funny when you look at like National Children's Orchestra and all the people that are in it that now you know well, but you have no recollection of them whatsoever from when you were like 10. So that's quite weird.
I was going to say, what on earth are you watching without Wi-Fi there? I mean, for goodness sakes, how are you?
Oh, I'm watching without Wi-Fi.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, I'm watching The Sopranos.
Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Which everyone says is like the best thing ever. And it kind of like, yeah, no, it's good. But I was in series 2 and then there was a disc missing.
Ugh.
Oh, no.
I know. So, yeah. Anyway, so I just had 4 episodes where I just read up about them online. So I don't really know whether that kind of made it not as fun. Because I was like, hi, I'm really enjoying The Sopranos, but there's a disc missing. Any idea you know where it is? And I'm just like, yeah, we have no idea where it is. Really sorry. But then I was kind of invested from then. And also I didn't have anything else to watch. But we do have a whole like kind of bureau of videos and all the videos that we videoed off the television.
Yes.
I could go into those and look at all the old adverts.
I was going to say, I was thinking about that, how where you'd rewatch an old film that you taped off the telly and you knew all the adverts as well because that was part of the experience.
But also, if you put in those codes,
some of them.
do you remember they used to have codes for the things in the Radio Times? I don't know if it still happens.
To record it?
Yeah. So you record it, but it would always chop the last 5 minutes off. I've watched so many films with 5 minutes missing off the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was my
no one needs the last 5 minutes of any film. They're not important.
So, yeah, who cares? Who cares? You make your own choice about what happens.
I have found there is a video there that says Katrina's TV appearances.
Oh.
So they'd all be the like really old ones.
Brilliant.
Where,
what would that have been then?
You still won't be able to see who I am anyway. But
would you have been playing the violin?
Well, it'll be like Top of the Pops and
nice.
Yeah.
CD UK.
Did you do that a lot then? Top of the Pops, those kind of things.
No, not that much because it finished.
I was going to say you probably weren't around for when it was when it was on. I mean, when did it finish?
But
like
I think it ended pretty. I think I did one Top of the Pops. Did I? I'm like, did I? Racking the old brain. That's the other thing that I feel. My brain has the eyes open, the mouth moves, but Mr. Brain has long departed.
I used to watch Top of the Pops all the time, every week, and I loved it so much. So I find
good.
that
it's such a shame that it's not the same anymore, and they just watch like channels and like. Do you remember what a kind of monumental thing it was when Channel 5 arrived?
Yes,
and it was like, oh my god! But you wouldn't get young children now remembering anything like that.
I know.
Not that it's that important, but like, do you remember when Dave started? Oh yes, I remember that. It's great. But, yeah.
I remember when we went from having one of those dials on the front of the TV to having a remote control.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god!
Because apparently I was born in the 1950s. It seems. But we did. We had a dial one, and then you had to press buttons on the front of it.
Hang on, I think we did as well, and it was like a black and white TV.
Yes.
Like at the very beginning of memories. Yes, I think.
Yeah.
I had one of those in my bedroom. Yeah, black and white, and there was like 10 buttons on it.
Yeah, that's
clunk,
it.
Clunk, clunk.
Yeah, that's what we had.
And it was totally black and white. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I found in the cupboard, I found like a Philips reel to reel thing.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty... Yeah, I was like some, multi-instrumentalist person that is in a band might like that.
I've never had anything like that, a reel-to-reel.
No, it's cool.
Would it be for recording just a segment of... I mean, how long could you record for?
Absolutely no idea.
But you must take it.
Who had that then? Was that someone in your family who had that as a sort of... Were they a musician or something? Or was that something you'd use to make music or what? Just to...
No, I think I'd
just to record stuff.
Maybe someone was a spy. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Maybe there was a spy living in that cupboard. Just,
I'm still hoping to open a notebook and be like, oh my, and there'd be some massive revelation.
Yes.
And what have you got any work coming up or anything
I'm
playing
just
wise?
inundated. I don't know about you.
Well, yeah.
Endless.
Yeah. Just absolutely loads of... I just don't know what to pick and choose. Well, I'm doing a concert in a park.
Oh, nice.
With with Martin and Laura and Alice Lee. We're doing a bassoon quartet.
Are you?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. In Battersea Park.
Oh.
It's what the world's been waiting for. And that's how you kind of bring people back into the world of music.
That's true.
Yeah, through obscure chamber music. That's the only thing we can do. Well, there we go. Cat across time and space.
It was so great to see her again, and it was really funny that we were discussing beforehand the idea that we were gonna try and encourage some musical themes in this conversation, because just to bring it a bit more on message. It didn't really happen though, did it?
No, I really wanted to know about Top of the Pops. I love Top of the Pops.
Yes.
And she just would not bite about that one. But CD UK as well. She'd been on that.
Oh, I wanted to ask her about CD UK. Was that Anton Deck?
I think so. Was Kat Deely on it as well?
Yes, she was. Yeah.
What was SMTV?
Hang on. That was that, wasn't it?
See, yeah, I get confused between those two things.
All great viewing.
TV AM.
GMTV. So similar. Piers Morgan. Yeah. Lovely.
Oh, God.
That was great, though.
Well, yeah, thanks, Kat. It's great to chat to you again, and good luck with everything.
Yeah, all the things.
Of your house, all the things, your house move, playing the violin, and all that jazz. So look, this is the first one, isn't it, that we're sort of recording ahead of time?
Yes,
because
that's right.
We're taking a few weeks off for a little break, just to welcome a new arrival.
Oh, so exciting!
So yeah, who knows? I think she might be born by now, my little baby, but who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're doing this ahead of time. We've had a busy week, been getting all these podcasts ready.
Yeah.
And it's nice to get them finished, isn't it? Just,
it really is. I mean, I'm really sick of the sound of my own voice, to be honest.
Am I.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, listeners, because yes, it's grating now.
No, it's all good. There's got to be some people that listen to it and enjoy it, surely.
I mean, it seems so, which is a
Otherwise,
wonderful thing.
there'd be zero listeners.
That's true.
And there aren't zero. There are more than zero, which
and people tell me they've heard it. They tell me and they say things, so I know they're not lying. Which is good.
Thanks for listening, guys. Thank you very much. Go on, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say, this might be really, this might be really out of date now. No, it's only 2 weeks away. It's fine. I just watched, on your recommendation, actually, from seeing you write about it on Twitter, Knock Down the House. Oh my God!
Knock Down the House.
Hang on a minute. I recommended it to you.
You told me about that.
Who told me about it? Oh, confused. Sorry. No, I recommend. I'll try again on that.
You told me to watch that.
I did.
So I did.
I can't think. told me then. Anyway, so good. That's changed the course of this week. I felt really empowered after that. I was like, yeah, I can do anything. I mean, I can't
Knock
be
Down the House
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, but, you know.
Yeah, that's who it's about, AOC. She's so great. It's amazing how she kind of went from not doing any sort of politics at all.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it seemed like, her brother recommended her to do it. And then she was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then she kind of got in. She got into Congress. Is that right? Have I got that correct?
Yeah. So that first bit's taking it right from her standing in the first round, isn't it?
And she's still working in a taco shop in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Or Queens or...
so good.
Yeah, very inspiring. She's very good.
And, she is. That's been a really good thing.
Does it make you think? I think she's a couple of years younger than me.
Yeah.
When you see people that are that amazing that are younger than you,
it's sickening.
It's quite. You're like, what am I doing with my life?
I know exactly.
What's the point?
Oh God, I know. And she was so sparky and bright and on it and mature, you know. But
do you think actually you just need someone to recommend you for something, and then you go, maybe I can do this?
Yeah.
And if someone said, look, why don't you go up, become a counsellor? And they go, I bet you can't do it. And you go, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
And then you just do it out of, I don't really understand. I don't remember why I decided to do this, but
now I'm
here
the
I
counsellor for the Leighton ward.
I'm the king of Lewisham.
Yeah. The king of Lewisham. You should definitely. I'm going to say that to you. I want you to become king of Lewisham. So I'm going to say, go on, try it.
Yeah, I'd do that. King of Lewisham. Don't mind it. Well, look, let's go, shall we?
Yeah, let's go. Come on, you've got a baby to go and look at.
Yeah, I think so. Thanks for listening, everyone. As always, please like and subscribe and share and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That helps us get seen by people, gets people listening to the podcast. And check out our Spotify playlist, which there's a link to that in the description of this show down below, on the app. And you can listen to some music. Also, I recommend Spotify for other music as well. It's a great app, but it doesn't pay the musicians enough money.
No,
I would say that.
But if you put in a good word and we get a sponsorship from them, then all is forgiven.
Yeah, always forgiven.
Yeah.
Support live music.
Yeah. And have a lovely week as well.
Yeah, have a great time. And who's next week's one? Just so that we can think about it and we won't reveal it yet.
I know who it is.
Yeah?
Yeah. He. It's very good and it's a very entertaining podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really good one.
Got it? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I just checked. Yeah, it's a really good one, actually. It's great. We have a lovely chat. You'll know his work for sure.
Yes.
And he's, I can't really tease anymore. No. Have a great week, listeners, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.